Robert actually did die without having any kids with Cersei. He just didn't know the 3 kids were Jaimie's. So, what happened is what happened. The validity of the Joffrey's claim was challenged by the next in line, Stannis. If those 3 incest kids had never been born, things might have been largely the same. Stannis would expect to take the throne. Tywin would not be in a hurry for the transition of power. He'd look for a way to hold influence, which would be difficult with Stannis. Tywin might agree to stand down peacefully if Stannis agreed to marry Shireen to Jaime or Lancel. Stannis would bristle at being blackmailed over his rightful claim, and may refuse and call his banners. Even if Stannis agrees, he still has to fight Renly and later Young Griff, and then Dany, so he'll make his way up north to help the Night's Watch at some point. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. Tywin would look for another way to keep the Lannisters in the Red Keep. Most likely, just by flipping the bird and calling his banners, he'd probably try to throw doubt on Stannis's, and Renly's, legitimacy. But also, less likely but doable, call his banners and declare for Viserys, send for Viserys, who I believe was still alive when Robert died, and have him wed Cersei. Crown Viserys and declare him king. Viserys would be a puppet, but the beggar king was desperate. Cersei likes guys that look like Rhaegar. She might have his baby. Another option would be to grab a male, female line Blackfyre to wed Cersei. Maybe a little more difficult, and the Blackfyres would be more weary, but if the wedding to Cersei took place on neutral ground first, it would be possible. If the guy looked enough like Rhaegar, Cersei would be on board. Viserys would leave his sister with the Dothraki. He doesn't need her anymore since he's going to be king. It's kind of an important plot point to the entire series that Robert's kids aren't actually his but Jaime's bastards. It's what the entire war is built on. As such, nothing would change since this is already canon. Robert didn't have children with Cersei. Then Stannis is king without any type of contestation, and a lot of things might change, but it depends too much on exactly when he would die. Being that it is the same between the books and the show that all of Cersei's children were actually conceived with Jaime, Robert doesn't produce children with Cersei. If we are talking about Cersei being physically unable to produce children in general, then Robert would most likely cast her aside and remarry someone from a reputable house that would produce an heir. Unfortunately for Cersei, just being a beauty from a strong family isn't worth much without being able to have children. Robert is the new conqueror, so his children were supposed to go on the throne. Without any, 1, the Lannisters are really pissed, and 2, a new king is needed. With Renly by this point still being a young boy approximately years old, Stannis is the most likely candidate. If he is not yet married to Celis, the Landsiders may insist on him marrying Cersei, but I doubt Stannis will be very receptive considering his strong stance on justice. And if he is already married to Celis, then they are screwed even more. Likely, Stannis will first purge the capital of corruption and send Jaime to the wall as a matter of fact. He won't be a very popular king though, and we can't know who will succeed him. If he has only Shireen as in canon, then there might be a succession crisis eventually, with Renly insisting on being his heir, or if not outright replace him. Another option is a great council, which is summoned when the next king is uncertain, composed of all the lords, and they pick someone entirely different. My guess is they will pick either Ned Stark or Jon Arryn. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.